Welcome to my channel. This is now Shea Color Hair. No more Style Success Suite because we are on a whole different chapter in life right now. But I am here nevertheless to share with you guys a hair video, a hair tutorial on how I got this look, which is like a highlighted, kind of like a balayage look without any bleach, without any color, just 8 Invisi Tape-in extensions. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, please hit subscribe to continue getting videos on hair extensions, hair tutorials, hair education. We're just now doing all this in the beautiful island of Puerto Rico, and we're going to be outdoors and it's going to be fun. So keep on watching if you want to see how I got this one, which is 8 Invisi Tape-in extensions, and how I cut it, style it, with the help of my mother-in-law just a bit in the back. So yeah.
Okay, so this is where we are starting. My hair is like a level 5-6 natural brown. I have naturally warm undertones, and the sun here in Puerto Rico does not help, so my color fades super fast and it looks a lot brighter than I usually would want it to be. But so we're just gonna go with the flow, and today's goal is to be lighter without adding bleach or any color or chemicals to my hair, just using some tape-in extensions. So I have to dry my hair. I did remind you, have my hair dry, but it's hot here. It's hot all the time. I sweat like a pig, so I have to dry it up a little bit because I have been working outside, in the kitchen, all over the place. And so yeah, it's probably a little gross for you guys, but this is the reality of my life. So I am drying my hair so that I can prep it for the extensions. It is so hot here, so I go in with the cool blast and just blow cool air through my roots, through my scalp, in an attempt to avoid sweating and under my shirt. So these are the Invisi Tape-in extensions from my personal brand, and these are ones that I've used in the past already. I had them stored in my room, and so yeah, I wanted to have some type of highlight done to my hair, and I actually did attempt to do this with bleach a few weeks back, and which didn't turn out too good because I was rushed, and yeah, I wasn't about that life. So here I am now, and I always say, why don't I just put in extensions? So I am going to just stick it on the top, lift it up again. If you guys watched any of my other videos with tape-ins, then you know that this is how I like to put them on. I let the tape in from the top pull up what it wants to take with it, and sometimes I add a little bit extra if it's too thin. Sandwich that hair in between, and then I use my flat iron to kind of melt in the adhesive into my hair and into the other piece. I squish it with my fingers so that it kind of, there's nothing sticking out and it blends in good. And then I'm just gonna kind of flat iron it into my hair to see kind of what we're looking like, how far off am I, if there's any holes, and how short I'm gonna have to go. Right now, I just want to see what it looks like when I pull my hair down and kind of figure out where my next tape-in is going to be. And so yeah, I'm just going to pull it up close to my part. That never has bothered me in the past. I am not the type of person that goes crazy if somebody sees my tape-in. Obviously, my goal is not for it to look visible, but I like to keep my tape-ins pretty close to my parting for the look that I like to go for. So again, I am just going to put that top piece on, let it grab some of my natural hair, and then stick it in between the sandwich and go from there. It is hot, girl. It is too hot. I am deciding now at this point that I am going to straighten out that extension before I place it into my head the next time, because it's less heat on my natural hair. And squishing it in, squish it, and then brushing it to blend. Every time you brush your hair with any type of extensions, you want to hold it at its base. So if it is attached with tape-ins, you are going to stick your finger right on the tape, hold some pressure down, and then brush down. Same thing with wefts or any other type of extensions. You want to kind of try your best not to pull it or pull your natural hair. So it's blending nicely. The problem I had here was that last tape-in I just put in was shorter. So I was debating on if I wanted to cut my hair to that length or if I was just gonna try to blend it in. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I keep trying to grow my hair out, and then I chop it, and then I grow it. I have no idea. So this was me struggling with those thoughts. Let me just cut it here for now and see how it goes. Let's give it some time. Let's process these thoughts, because I was enjoying my length the way that it was. Gotta think about it. But I do love cutting my hair short too, so it's not the end of the world. Am I ready for this? Can this work? Okay, we're gonna just go for it and chop it later. That's fine. Gonna place the next tape in a little bit towards the back, like halfway towards the back. This is where I usually would highlight if I'm doing any type of balayaging or highlighting, so I'm just kind of keeping that in mind with the placement of these extensions. Again, we are going to seal in those tapes and squish it in with our hands. I mean, there's an actual tool I have for it, but I didn't feel like looking for it at the time, so my fingers worked. And again, pressure on the top and brush down whenever you brush it down, because you do not want to cause unnecessary tension to your hair, to your natural hair, if possible. And then you just want to blend it in, straighten it, make sure it looks good, it's blending nicely, and I am happy. I'm so happy I decided to do this, because I really wanted a change and I wanted to feel, you know, beautiful and like I put some time and effort into my hair, because lately, girl, it's been hot. I've been sweaty, and I'm not upset about it. I am just saying that it is not happening that much. So as soon as we moved to Puerto Rico, I put my hair up in a clip and called it a day. So I am ready to put some more attention into this, because I do love a fresh feel of new extensions, new hair, freshly washed. I'm not a nail person, not a makeup person, but I am all about the hair. So here we are trying to figure out how I'm gonna blend in that hair. So I did end up parting it a little bit lower just so that it was a thinner section above the tape-in. And we're gonna go ahead and cut it using my comb to kind of guide me in a straight line. And the trick with cutting your own hair is 1, patience. 2, you want to continue combing your hair probably 100 times and make sure there's nothing left out the ends. And then you want as little elevation as possible. So if you can literally plaster your hair down to your neck and cut it without it cutting yourself, then that is how you are going to get a great cut at home. And then the third tip and the best tip is to ask for help. So if in the back of your head it is not straight, or you cannot see it and you cannot do it, and you have someone at home who can at least connect the line for you, then that is going to be your best bet. I am a licensed cosmetologist, and while I do a lot of things to myself at home because of lack of time and actually patience, sometimes doesn't mean that I do this on my clients, or I did this on my clients. So typically I wouldn't recommend you cutting your own hair just if you're looking for a flawless look, but since I don't really care right now, I am just trying to clean it up, feel pretty, spend some time on myself, and this is where we're at. So I am going to be cutting my own hair, and I actually haven't found a hairstylist here on the island yet that I've gone to because of the fact that I am the way I am, and I like to just chop my own hair. So these are one of those things that you're just gonna have to figure out if you want to do on your own or not. Probably gonna get some backlash from other hairstylists, but that is who I am. So yeah, if you're gonna cut your hair at home, just be careful and ask for help if you can. It's not the end of the world if a couple strands come out of place, but if you are paying for your hair extensions, or you are paying for your hair, you want a flawless, seamless cut every time. And right now this part of my hair is just a little bit heavier than I would want because it is mainly a hair extension there. I don't want to cut it too much. I kind of want it to be heavier, but I did want to blend it in as much as I could. Looking good. That's what I'm talking about. Just trying to fill out my new length because I did go up about an inch or so. So, you know, you gotta do a little dance and see how it flows when you're dancing and all. Looking good. Not too long ago, I did give myself a little side bang, shorter than I usually would go. So I do want to cut into the front a little bit so that I can continue to have that little tiny bang in the front. And it's looking good. It's blending in nicely. I'm happy with it. And look at the change. Look at the difference. There's no bleach in my hair. This is just extensions. I actually asked my mother-in-law. Yeah, it's hot here, girl. But I actually asked my mother-in-law if she could see any of the tapes when we were at the grocery store in the back of my head, because I said I didn't really plan it too much. But she said, I didn't even know you had hair extensions in when I was cutting it for you. So that's a good compliment, and that's how you know you're doing it right. So on the left side of my head, I am going to diagonally part that section. Why? Because this side has more hair. This is where my swoop is usually. And so I want to make sure the front is nice and full. I don't want the hair extensions too far to the back and then just have like a brown bang and the rest blonde. So I did want the lightness up closer to my face. So I part it diagonally, stick the top sandwich on, squish it down a little bit so I can pull up some of the hair strands, and then sandwich it in with the bottom piece. And then again, you're just gonna grab your flat iron melt it in together. This is how I like to do it. There are many other ways you can put on your tape-in extensions, but again, this is how I do it at home because it's easy and because it is effective. So kind of mesh in that adhesive together, and yeah, just kind of strain it out and see how it blends. AJ coming in. I have the kids right now doing some activities. Olivia's taking a nap, so this is my opportunity to do my hair. And once AJ knows there's a camera, it's a wrap. He is ready for some FaceTime. He's looking for the attention, so you'll see him back in a little bit. Alright, I am still keeping my parts diagonal so that all of the extensions fall forward and not to the side or backward, and I'm just kind of keeping it in line with the way my hair falls naturally. Typically when I have hair extensions customers in my chair, I will not go that high up to the root or to the hairline, but that is, like I said, something that I personally choose to do for the style that I look for. And so yeah, it hasn't caused me any damage on my hair because I remove them properly, and I don't put like a ton on the front area. I think there's about 2 just on the front area right now, so it's not a lot of weight pulling on my hairline. I did have to change. I was hot. I was getting too hot, and now we are on to the back of the head. So this is literally it, like 2 pieces towards the back, and look at the difference in the lightness of my hair with the contrast of the darkness of my hair underneath those highlights or those extensions. And that's all literally I was looking for. I need to take a video on how it looks when I curl it. I don't think it's gonna look exactly the same because there's not a ton of extensions in here, so it is gonna look brighter if it's straight, and once I curl it, it will have some. So I'm trying to record this while everyone is asleep this morning. Yeah, my daughter wakes up screaming for me. Here's AJ in the background, making his presence known. And then I have my mother-in-law helping me in the back because there's a few pieces, but that's pretty much it. I am a lot slower than this video apparently, so I hope you guys like this video. It's beautiful. I love the color, and the awesome thing about this is there was no bleach, no chemicals added to my actual hair, to my scalp during this process, and it looks like I got a nice little balayage, so I'm happy with it. It's comfortable. I can put my hair up no problem, and I actually have a lot of my natural hair out still, so I'm happy.
Thanks for watching my video today. Please hit subscribe so that I can be encouraged to continue bringing out these videos for you guys. It's not easy putting some energy into myself, which I need to do more of, so hit subscribe and stay tuned for new upcoming videos in the near future. I cannot promise you a date because this is how we roll over here, but they will be coming out. So thank you guys for watching the video. If you have any questions, please leave them down below, and if you like these particular hair extensions, leave a comment down below too, and I will work on placing orders for you individually until the website